Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. So, for today's video, we're going to be watching MaXXXine. So, MaXXXine, it is the third chapter of the X trilogy, and the X trilogy just holds a special place in my heart because the very first video that I reacted to, like, sat in front of a camera, recorded myself and posted it online, was with the movie X. However, because this is a sequel, like we don't know what's gonna happen basically. So that is exciting. Pearl was a prequel. So with Pearl, we already know what happens to Pearl like in the 80s because we see the events that, occurred in X. At the same time, it is a bit scary because I did hear a lot of people just like not really liking MaXXXine, like that it's not as good as X or Pearl or anything like that. And like I don't really go out of my way to look at reviews. Like I just got recommended a few videos on YouTube, people talking about how underwhelming MaXXXine is or yada yada yada. Like I just looked at the title, you know what I mean, but I didn't click on it. So yeah, but I am here to form my own opinions, and if I like it, I'm gonna be honest. If I don't like it, I'm gonna be honest too. If I don't know how I feel about it, who knows? I may do a follow-up video about how I feel about it. I could do it with long legs because I went to go see it in theaters, and well, I have some things to say about that movie. But let me know if you guys would be interested in those kind of videos. But anyways, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just get straight to it. A24, there's just something about seeing like the opening logo, whatever, it's like A24 that makes me feel good. I don't know why. Feel good in the sense that I'm about to go through an experience, you know what I mean? 1959. I think more people should tell their children that they're not talented.
You need to leave!
You're gonna be the star of the church one day.
I will not accept a laugh I do not deserve.
This reminds me of like the projection video, like that was on loop, but like preaching to the choir about MaXXXine in the movie X. You know what I mean? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? In this business, until you're known as a monster, you're not a star. Bette Davis. Well, sure, Nicki Minaj, Ariana Grande, they got the memo. Right, we got the walk, that slouchy, like a little drugged out walk. You can't tell me this doesn't give that. Ooh. 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 I'm laughing because this gives me the Chloe Cherry energy. If you know who Chloe Cherry is, it's like the lips in Euphoria season 2.
I've always had a larger vision for myself. Realistically, porn can only take me so far.
What in the fucking Matrix? Ooh, ooh, the subtle change in tone.
I've seen the devil stalking me like a specter from the past.
Yo, Mia Goth, she's a great actress because she's playing herself and like she's auditioning as that character.
Transforming into something vengeful, something evil. Forcing me to do terrible, awful murder.
Like, I believe the fact that she's crying too, like, I believe that somebody like MaXXXine, she would audition that way. Like, you guys know what I mean?
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Oh, I know that's right.
All right. Do you mind taking your top off so we can see your breasts?
Yeah, sure.
The fact that MaXXXine can just do all that and then show her titties off, I mean, bravo. And I'm saying that because I cannot do what she did. I'm gonna be completely honest, y'all. MaXXXine. It's interesting how the title card's a license plate. Interesting. 1985. Elizabeth Debicki. I knew that was her. Long Legs. That is the actual Long Legs. And when I was watching Tenet, which by the way, did anybody even understand what that movie was about? But anyways, I was watching Tenet, and I had no idea what that movie was about. I have no idea. You know what I mean? I could not stop staring at Elizabeth Debicki's long ass legs.
Assault by a killer who's become known as the Night Stalker. The Night Stalker.
Hollywood sells sin.
Certain kinds of creative expression.
Giancarlo Esposito. I swear, I'm telling you, Giancarlo Esposito has been in so many things lately. Like, I'm so glad that... Wait, Kevin Bacon is in this? Ooh, damn, we got a really stacked cast. We got a stacked cast again.
Snyder, I have been asked to come here to present my views on, quote, the...
Damn, I'm talking and I'm missing this. Dee Snider. I'll be honest, I don't know what kind of band he's in, or he was in, but I know that name. It rings a bell. Because I think back in the 80s, like, this has to do with, like, the culture of the 80s. How, like, you know, about certain lyrics, certain songs, and this and that. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just talking. Like, the change in tone is already so different from the movie X. You know what I mean? Because X really captured rural life in America towards like the late 70s. Like, it really captured that, you know what I mean, like in the middle of nowhere. But now this is capturing the 80s in Hollywood.
Discover yet another victim of the Night Stalker.
The Night Stalker. Yo, Richard Ramirez, that shit must have been terrifying. He really went up to bitch's house. He said, these hands, these knives, this gun is for the E for everybody. He really went up into everyone's house. Anyone was a victim. All right, here she comes. Well, no monologue, no self-talk. Oh, well, there's your self-talk.
Maxie!
Yeah.
How you doing, baby girl? You want the good news or the bad news?
The bad.
You didn't get the Lizzie Borden music video.
Lizzie Borden music video.
But they said you weren't a big enough name out there.
They turned this man into James Charles.
Everyone loves an underdog.
Until the underdog then becomes the top dog, and then everyone wants to humble them.
Name 5 celebrities who got their start in horror movies.
Jamie Lee Curtis, John Travolta, Demi Moore, Brooke Shields, and...
MaXXXine. Minx. I got it.
She's gonna be in a horror movie? All right, girl, but wait a minute. Brooke Shields got her start in a horror movie? Which one was that? I mean, because we're gonna count Blue Lagoon. I mean, yeah, let's count it.
Brooke Shields is a star.
Brooke Shields didn't do porn.
Well, Brooke Shields' story, it's a lot. You know, Maxine dancing in like red light is how I visualize any weekend song between 2011 and 2013.
Thanks for waiting. I don't like walking out here alone at night with that frickin' Night Stalker guy on the loose. You see about it on the news?
St. Elmo's Fire. Girl, I don't know if y'all seen St. Elmo's Fire or like the Brat Pack or whatever, you know, back in the 80s. But everyone was such a shitty person, the shitty friend in that movie. It was unbelievable. But they all stick together. They remain friends.
How come you waking up early?
I have a fit-in for a film.
Oh, yeah? Guy girl?
Oh, yeah. That's Halsey. Halls. Anyway, she's married with she's engaged to Beck from Victorious. And I'm like, girl, that man is still fine. Got a karate dojo too. I feel like this is a throwback to Cobra Kai, in the Karate Kid. Well, not like a throwback, but you know what I mean? Like a reference. Girl, behind you. I mean, I know she's not gonna die this early, but you know. Wait a minute, you can do the Charlie's Angels.
You can run.
minute. This is George Michael. Girl.
Drop it!
Oh, yes, girl. Yes.
What were you gonna do, huh?
Nothing. I was just playing around.
This is how you play around, bitch. Play stupid games and win stupid prizes. Yep. Epitome.
On your knees.
Damn, I've seen us up top for sure, bro.
Suck. Do you know what happened to the last person who tried to kill me?
Oh, nah, girl. This is for real. This is for real. This man is quaking, shaking. Mother. All right. MaXXXine, girl. She said these boots ain't made for just walking. Oh, she an old dude who works at the rental store. Where we at? The Shining Hotel? Damn, I remember as a kid, like, I remember just, like, sliding in, like, the VHS, you know what I mean? And, I don't know, there was something, like, there was something so, like, great feeling about that, like, just sliding it in. Oh, girl, someone knows about her past.
Before we go any further, money talks and bullshit walks. Now you asked me to find that girl, which I did.
Who is it? Oh, I love a good mystery. So, okay, so do we think it is somebody from the past who, like, we thought was dead but survived? Just, I don't remember how, like, the guy that she was with, like, I don't remember how he died. I don't know if I was skeptical about his death. You know, the guy she was with, I forgot the name, like the director guy of, I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. Oh no, I don't like the sound of this. What is this? What is this snuff film? John Travolta? Now she's gonna get killed off because they cannot afford her anymore.
So I'm gonna be making a life cast to your head for the end of the movie. You ever had one done before?
No.
There's nothing to it.
Wait a minute, is that who I think it is?
It's a pretty bitchin' scar. How'd you get it?
I got shot.
Dang. Who shot you?
Yeah, oh my god. That is a Nat from Yellow Jackets. I knew, like, I recognized her voice before I recognized the face. Like, she just has that specific voice, you know what I mean? Ooh, ooh. So dark times. Girl, what you doing? I can't touch this. Uncomfortable or horny.
Hey, are you okay?
This reminds me of the meme where, like, the mannequin is putting on another mannequin. It's like,
we got two bodies, both female. We were thinking it could be the Night Stalker again.
Thinking or hoping?
now whoever it is, they're definitely staging it to make it seem as if it could be the Night Stalker because, like, they put, like, the pentagram, like, on the cheek. But yeah, we know it's not Richard Ramirez.
Who is this?
Unless you want to find yourself rotting away back in some Texas jailhouse, you will meet me on the 34th floor of the Bonaventure Hotel.
Wait a minute, no, I'm just thinking now this could be like the officers that we saw like in the beginning and the end of X. You know what I mean? Like because she also has them trying to like hunt her down, but at the same time, she also has like the guy like wearing like the leather gloves also like hunting her down. So I feel like I hope they're not the same person. I hope it's like two different like groups trying to hunt this bitch down, you know what I mean? And then it like explodes into something. That's what I'm hoping for. But are we gonna get it? Well, let's keep watching.
Hell of a view, don't you think? A long way from the Howard Johnsons, could tell you that. Nowhere to hide from up here.
It seems like everybody in this movie want to go to the same Southern accent dialect coach.
Easy, Tiger. Don't go shooting the messenger now. I'm just the dick. Private detective hired to find you.
Oh.
Wayne Gilroy, Bobby Lynn Parker, R.J. Nichols, Lorraine Day, and Jackson Hollis. Hearing those names? The past ain't finished with you, Maxine. It's gonna keep knocking at your door until you open up and let it in.
I'm not saying I had anything to do with what happened to those people. But even if I did, which I didn't, there's no way anyone can pin it on me.
Girl, look, you're vicious and all, but you don't strike me as somebody who'll be able to cover their crimes correctly. I really doubt it. Let's not forget how you left. You drove away, you hit a road bump, you know, on the way out, and then that's it. You didn't cover your tracks, you didn't do anything else. That's it, job is done. You must have left like a lock of hair, you know, several locks of hair, you know what I mean, you know, fluids. You girl, you're way too overconfident.
My employer is a very powerful man. Don't play chicken with him. I would hate to see that lost movie of yours wind up all over the nightly news.
All right, so like I know like before I was talking about how I thought like the guy she was with before, I think it's like, yeah, the guy that she was with before the movie X, I forgot the name. Like he could have survived and come after her, whatever. But like assuming that everyone else is dead, let's just say everyone else is dead, like everyone. So that means that it has to be somebody from like somebody part of the church and like those like projection kind of like screen that we saw in the movie X, like how they were like, you know, preaching to the choir, you know what I mean? And like, but like they were also looking for Maxine to like to come home. I also think like it could be them who are tracking Maxine down and like they're powerful in their town. I don't know. Cause like that's the only thing that would really make sense here.
I'm here to see Elizabeth Bender. I'm Maxine Minx.
Yes, you are.
Ugh. See, that's the thing about like doing adult films, is that you don't know when people recognize you. You know what I mean? You already get to see the kind of people who recognize you. The Puritan is a blasphemous, or is blasphemy.
Me a money needing a lot now.
Quite a pathetic scene, isn't it? Angry people are so easy to lead.
Oh, that's for goddamn sure.
The producers don't want you in this picture. They say it's too controversial. I stuck my neck out defending you. We saw hundreds of women for the role of Veronica. None of them had what you had. What you said in the audition, it was special. Raw, real, ruthless.
All right, Maxine. I'm not gonna lie, she killed that audition. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to show that beneath the Technicolor sheen of the 1950s, things were just as rotten as they are today.
I'm not gonna lie, like, if that movie, like, truly existed, you know, I don't know if it's based on, like, an actual movie or whatever, but if a movie like that actually exists, y'all should send it my way, because it's just, like, this is a fire idea. And I feel like a movie like that would, like, have a very strong cult following. You know, because I feel like one of the keys to having a cult following is a lot of like the behind the scenes things that went on with the movie and like stuff like that. I feel like that is a strong attribute to, in order for a movie to be considered a cult following or like a cult classic.
We're theatrical now. Don't show stag films on 900 screens. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Girl, you're a better actress than that. You know, movie magic is something that surprises me too, like how well it can be done. Because the fact that they're framing Mia Goth, who's probably like 5'5", 5'6" in real life, and Elizabeth Debicki, who was 6'3", and they're framing them to make Elizabeth seem like she's only a couple of inches taller than Mia Goth is insane. It is insane because that woman is nearly a foot taller than her.
Yeah, just think of me like the paparazzi. Wherever you go, there I am.
Ooh, your MaXXXine is popping off. Yo, this bitch is.
We gonna pay for this. Now it's personal. You're gonna lose more of your job.
Girl, she juiced the fuck out of that man.
You just need access to your junkyard for a couple hours.
I'm sorry, but what is that wig they gave him?
You're my lawyer, right?
Entertainment lawyer, yes.
So if I tell you something, we've got confidentiality.
Oh my god. Gus being the Saul in this universe. I mean, I know Saul is not entertainment lawyer. He is a criminal lawyer, but still, like, the way, like, he's, like, just having fun in his office doing all this, like, it reminds me of Saul.
Look, I ain't in that kind of business no more. This is just a video store and we're closing, so.
Plot twist. He's actually talking to himself. Oh, 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 he's about to get it. Oh my god, this Beth is like so theatrical. Like this like pays homage to like 80s slashers or whatever.
Not a lot of men in your position got the stomach to go all the way.
Okay, so now the private investigator is now behind the murder of her friend? Sure, her friend. All right, I'm not sure where this is going, but I'm keeping track. Wait, I want to see too.
When I saw your face, just anything to stay.
They just slashed him. Are they even allowed to do that? Bro, I know they cannot do that. They cannot just uncover a cadaver.
I need to show you something. You were found yesterday. Look, we don't think the Night Stalker committed these crimes.
Right. I'm glad you guys are catching on.
Why?
If I knew 3 people who were murdered in 3 days, I'd be pretty scared.
3 people all connected to her in some way. Now, in the beginning of the movie, they were like, okay, now, like the past comes back to, like, haunt you. I think, like, one of the detectives said that to her or whatever. Someone said that to her. So it's just, like, now it seems like they're, like, repeating the past because in X, all of her, like, anyone that she even knew, like, anyone part of, like, the film crew, like, they all died, right? They got offed. So, like, the same thing looks like it's happening now. Like, somebody's, like, replaying the events of X.
You Hollywood girls are so desperate to become famous, you don't even realize how easy it is to become infamous.
Ooh, now that's a line.
You're supposed to help me save the next girl's life. Please, Maxine.
Maybe she should save herself.
Since I let that bitch defend herself, what does she got to do with me? In the land of gods and monsters, I was an angel living in the garden of evil.
Sorry I'm late. I was...
Don't. The most precious thing we have in life is our time.
How was it, Liz?
Disappointing.
Is that Lily Collins? Wait a minute, is that her?
Molly Bennett, meet Maxine Minx.
Wow, pleased to meet you.
We've all got blood on our hands now.
That line is definitely intentional. We all got blood on our hands.
Maxine.
No, now she gives a lot of, like, top energy.
Took me a long time to get where I am today. Puritan 2 isn't just a sequel. It's my opportunity to prove I have a meaningful voice in this industry. And I can't afford to have anyone mess that up for me. Take the weekend. Have fun. Let loose.
honestly, like, she's just a cool ass person. Like, I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? It's just like she knows what she wants. She has her vision. Like, she's strict about it, but at the same time, like, she has like empathy for Maxine, or like, you know what I mean? Like, when she believes in somebody, she truly does like right for you. She's a dope person. Oh, well, this sound like the Kumite from Bloodsport.
Insanitude, Kubla Khan, Pleasure Dome.
I definitely have a feeling she's gonna kill him. Oh, hey, bitch.
You do got the devil in you.
I thought you were an atheist.
You bitch. Hey, don't do this.
Now remember, I heard, "F you, bitch."
Oh, Father. What happened?
Yo, Maxine, when it comes to taking out these bitches, she goes in. This is her side hustle, I'm telling y'all. And she's getting quite good at her craft.
Well, get lost. We'll clean up the mess. What are Asians for?
Babe, this is Gustavo Fring.
What am I supposed to do? You're supposed to help me save the next girl's life.
Is she having like a change of heart?
Wanna hit a party in the hills tonight?
Nah, I don't. I think she has something else up her
I was invited
sleeve.
to a big party in the hills with some out-of-town producer.
Oh, wow, did I not get that? That's true. They were all supposed to go to the same party. But also the fact that these girls then so happy to talk to Maxine, though, it's like, that also cannot be a coincidence either. Alright, so like this was clearly just like a trap to like get her there, or like get the other girls who were invited there, you know what I mean? And now like Maxine. But baby, y'all don't know who Maxine is, I'm telling y'all.
That's my little girl. There's nobody else like you.
This is the same thing like in the beginning of the movie. So does this mean like it is like the dad who's like looking for her, like, and it was like the dad was like preaching to the choir in like the beginning of X and the end of X?
I knew you'd come.
Yeah, so like her dad, yeah.
And you, my beautiful little Maxine.
Yep, that was an X, right? I was right.
Satan is inside of you, my darling, but I can take him out. It'll be the climax of the film.
Wait, so it was him trying to kill all the... Because for some reason, I thought like there were like two different people coming after like Maxine. You know what I mean? Because like he's looking for Maxine. He has been looking for her for like a long time. So it's just like, why is he killing like these other adult film stars? What's the motive here? What in the Manson family is going on here?
I tried to help your friends, but they wouldn't accept God's love, so they were punished by his wrath. But not you. You will be saved.
Okay, so now I see like the parallels, because like the movie she was about to star in was like the Puritan, and with his case, like he was trying to save them as if like having them become pure again, but they're not pure because they're adult film stars. You know what I mean?
The devil is real,
And he deserves no place on the screens in our homes.
So why are you here?
Confess! Denounce your life of sin and ask to be saved. For if not,
You shall be marked the sign of the beast.
Oh no. Oh, wait a minute. I will lie through my teeth, bitch. Not putting that shit near me.
Everybody, to the side of the...
So when y'all gonna start blasting? Oh. Oh. Them bitches loaded.
To the
Nah, bro. Come on. Come on. Oh, assim mesmo, coñazo, coñazo, coño. All y'all shooting, y'all can't get a shot? Are they blindfolded?
Cover me, I gotta reload!
Bruh, realistically speaking, MaXXXine, girl, she would have been hit.
Hang in there. Breathe. You're okay. Just hang in there. You're gonna make it. Maxine! Over here. All right, stay with him.
Oh, damn. I knew one of them was gonna get hit.
30 years in this city, I'd never been up here before.
Sir, stop being so dramatic.
I got him! I told you I'd get him. Ah!
Ooh, they got her. No, but somebody gotta be still alive though, because it's just kind of like her daddy turned into like a human torch, and the rest of them got blasted.
It was all for you.
Still alive?
Step away from the sign, drop the weapon.
We interrupt this program to bring you breaking news. The horrifying saga finally comes to an end. The man previously known as the Night Stalker was apprehended by citizens last night.
Yo, this is actual footage. Like he was caught lacking in the middle of like the suburbs or whatever. Like the whole community just came together and got this man.
You have become quite a celebrity outside of the movie business by taking down a serial murderer of your own, who happened to be your father.
You see? Cult classic material.
There's a phrase my daddy always used.
Damn, I almost believed like that was her outcome. I completely forgot like we left off here.
I will not accept a life I do not deserve.
Alright, now Pop.
You didn't fail me, Daddy. You gave me just what I needed.
Ooh, a double barrel shotgun. Ooh, this corpse about to be ugly. I mean, it's halfway there. 1 month later.
You're a fucking movie star.
Alright, so there's the self-talk I was talking about earlier in the film.
Right, before we begin, let's take a moment to remember Molly Bennett. She was the original member of our Puritan family and shall be dearly missed.
Ooh, girl, even I dozed off for a second there.
So now that everyone knows your name, any idea what you want to do next? Certainly got everyone's attention.
I just never wanted to end.
Bueno, 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 bueno.
Lips, sweet surprise.
So Miss MaXXXine, looks like she got what she wanted at the end. That she did what Pearl couldn't do. All right, all right, all right. Okay. So, all right, so I have quite a few thoughts about this movie. So I think that this movie started off as pretty strong, right? It's just like, okay, we got a mystery. Someone knows MaXXXine's past, like, and they're like, and the past coming back to like haunt her or whatever. So like we got like a little mystery. I figured it out that it had to be like the guy that was like looking for her, like her father, you know what I mean? Like we saw clips of it like in X in the beginning and the end. However, I feel like what this movie was lacking is it wasn't how MaXXXine discovered who was the one who was like coming after her, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it was given to her, or like, oh, here we go, you know, here is like the main antagonist of this movie. And it's just like, I feel like that's where it kind of felt flat, because I feel like the journey in terms of trying to like uncover like a mystery, you know, or like a whodunit or whatever, like anything like that, I feel like that is like the key to keeping like the audience interested. And of course, like you also have to stick the landing when it comes to the finale. And I felt like the finale was also pretty lackluster. Like I felt pretty underwhelmed. You know what I mean? Like because we when you think about X, you think about the fact that we find out a lot of things about Pearl. You know, we find out the skeletons of her closet. We find out that, you know, this woman is sexually deprived and this and that. She had hopes and dreams, and then you have somebody who is like Pearl coming in, and this person who is like Pearl ends up defeating her. And then it's rather symbolic that towards the end of this movie, Maxine is like, "Oh, I don't want it to end," you know, which means like she wants to ride the highs of life, but no lows. So I feel like it is symbolic. They just could have done something more with that personality that Maxine has, right? And her brutality as well. I feel like they could have done a lot more, and not just when it comes to like physicality, because you know this bitch, she out here like basically almost dragging bitches out their car, beating them up, at a red light, Also has to do with like mental. Like I feel like we should have also seen more of like Maxine's, I guess, like mental strength in a way. I feel like it could have been done in a way where we see how she contrasts Pearl and how that is the reason why she was able to succeed.
So let me clarify what I mean by this.
So upon rewatching Maxine, number one, I like the movie now a little bit better than I did upon my initial viewing. And number two, what I feel like Maxine lacked, what I was trying to say, it was some sort of like conflict, like a decision that would propel her into stardom, but at the same time, she would have to choose whether that would be at the expense of like her humanity, because I feel like the movie did kind of show Maxine where she decided to help out when she was thinking about the fact that she could help all the other girls. But I also feel like Maxine already, what we already know about her is that she's willing to fight to get her dream. She's willing to push everything aside to make sure she removes that obstacle. And there's a scene here in the movie where Elizabeth Debicki's character, I think her name is just Elizabeth, where she's telling her, just please take care of whatever you need to take care of, so you can be focused on this movie. And then that's what Maxine ended up doing, right? So I feel like if there was some sort of other conflict where it had Maxine be a little bit hesitant of like removing said obstacle, then I feel like that would have been very interesting, because I feel like Maxine, her main obstacle was, of course, someone is out to get her, and they were out to get anyone she was associated with, But I also feel like we did see that in X, you know what I mean? So I just would have liked something a bit more different this time around. Also, a question I had to ask was, what truly differentiates Maxine from Pearl? Because Maxine makes it, Pearl does not. Does that have to do with like talent or circumstances? Because when it comes to talent, Maxine can act. She may be a lot of things, but she can actually act. Pearl, on the other hand, what we see in Pearl is that she kind of dances, but not really. Like we barely really see her practice because of course she has to deal with her family and stuff like that, but we don't really see her talent. Like even when she performs, and she has her audition, like we kind of see in an inflated sense of self where she thinks she's giving her absolute best and she's the best thing since sliced bread, but then she gets humble real quick. So, we don't even see Pearl's true performance. We see her like in, idealized performance. Now, the second thing was circumstances. So, because for example, Pearl takes place in 1918, and there's like the Spanish flu, there are expensive gas prices, she has to sit there and take care of her family. Like there's all those things that are, you know, coming against her. Whereas with Maxine, Maxine takes place in the 80s. We'll see Maxine in X, and that takes place in the late 70s. And, since then, there has been like a sexual revolution. So, society's a lot more open minded to, women doing other things. You know what I mean? Um, And Maxine also managed to get away from family because at this time, driving was a lot more the norm than it was in like 1918. So I feel like circumstances just play a huge role as to why Pearl did not make it and Maxine did, besides talent. And if you guys think of any other reason why, Maxine makes it versus Pearl, just comment down below. But I feel like it's something that's interesting to think about personally. Also, other things that I did notice throughout the movie, like just watching it a second time as I was editing, it was when Pearl finishes her audition, one of the judges, they were like they're looking for someone younger and blonder. And I find it interesting that Maxine is blonde in this movie, whereas in X she was brunette, but she's older. But she says here in the movie, in the beginning, that she's 33 years old, and you might as well be 63 in a retirement home in Hollywood, So I like the fact that Maxine is also like beating the odds against like the ageism against women, in the entertainment industry. Um, Another thing I also noticed was when Maxine, she was smoking and she was like on like the Hollywood walk or whatever, and then she throws her cigarette on the floor and she puts it out, and then she steps on the star of Theda Bara. And Theda Bara was a silent film actress, and she was like the icon of sensuality. That's what I read. And I then remember that Pearl named her alligator after Theta Bara. So I think that was worth mentioning. I'm not even saying this movie is bad at all. Like, this movie is not bad. It is not. I just feel like it was pretty underwhelming. That's basically all I'm saying. But if you like this movie, all power goes to you. At the end of the day, I am no movie critic. I'm just somebody who is just voicing her opinion on what I just saw. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's basically it. Well, if you like my reaction, please like, subscribe, all that good jazz, and I will see you next time.